people just take it for granted that this is what's happening. So anyway, it's happening, and we see the Postal Service being dismantled, our properties sold off, and massive union busting, which is represented by the Postal Service moving from the downtown post office into the back of a Staples store to non-union employees who are, there's no guarantee that our mail is any longer safe. That may not be accidental, since of course Dianne Feinstein, as head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, has been one of the most avid proponents of the NSA spying on all of us. Nobody's looked into, by the way, whether her husband has lucrative investments in the surveillance industry, which is an extremely lucrative industry, and almost certainly he does. But this means that if this becomes our new post office, there is no guarantee that we have any confidential communications at all anymore. Anyway, that's what's going on. Our Postal Service is being liquidated. Our assets are being liquidated, that is, public assets. And when I think of Postmaster General Donahoe, who in his letter last April to Mayor Bates bragged that he and his predecessor had gotten rid of 193,000 postal jobs. He boasted of that in order to make the post office more efficient. That's 193,000 living wage jobs when we're in the midst of a very serious recession. Got no no press coverage. When I think of Postmaster General Donahoe, I think of Albert B. Fall. Does that name ring a bell to any of you? Albert B. Fall. Yes? Teapot Dough. For those of you who don't remember, it was in the 1920s, the Harding administration, one of the most corrupt administrations we've ever had. The others would be Grant and Reagan, the three most corrupt presidential administrations. Albert B. Fall was the Secretary of the Interior, and it was found that he was leasing out extraordinarily valuable public properties, that is, oil wells, to his buddies who had paid him bribes. Now, we don't know about bribes today, but I think it's beholden on us to demand of the Office of Inspector General in the U.S. Postal Service a serious investigation into possible criminal activities within the Postal Service. That means the liquidation of the service, which is guaranteed to us by the U.S. Constitution, and the selling off of our properties, which in many ways is as fishy as the leasing out of those oil fields back in the early 1920s. I think we have to demand this, but meanwhile, thank you all for showing up. I am so proud of Berkeley. This is a great town. This isn't happening anywhere else in the United States, and it's making news now. And so we just have to keep it up so that the press will do its job and cover what's happening not just here but everywhere else around the country. And thank you so much. Even though we've had differences, I've had differences with some of the other people around here, I'm really glad that everybody is here today to show our unity for what's going on. And you guys are just fabulous. Thank you.